So she was like, I was like, so what, what's this dream? What's been happening? And she was like, well, I'll be honest. She said, I've been watching you at church and I'm seeing you now with, your kid, and I've been jealous. She said, I've been very jealous because I want what you have with children. I want like that connection that you have. And, and she was kind of just being honest about it. And I looked at her and like, I said, I'm called to this. I said, this right here, that's my ministry. What I'm doing, my job, my work, working with children, that's where God called me to deal with. And I said, but you, I said, God called you to help the homeless and deal with charity. I said, look at you. I said, she was in middle school. I said, look at you. I said, you're in school. And she created like this group to help homeless people. And this group's like to feed the homeless. And she had started this thing while she was in middle school. And I was like, you're called to do that. And I was like, I said, I couldn't be the one. I said, maybe I could pray about that some more. God calls us to places to fulfill his plans on earth. And I said, so don't compare what I'm doing. Don't get jealous of what I have and overlook what God has blessed you with. I said, your ministry is with the homeless. That's where God called you. And so she was kind of like, oh, I didn't think of it that way.